Hello, welcome to another look at some new Spectrum games. New games to the Spectrum, you're saying? How can that be? The Spectrum's 35 years old. Well, yeah, get this guys, there are still people making brand new games for the 8-bit machines, C64, Spectrum. Yeah, absolutely amazing, you know, considering just how old these machines are, but it's wonderful to see. So I'm just going to take a look at a few of them. So the first one is, I can't even remember what it's called, there you go, Doctor Who Surrender Time. Now this is the Spectrum 128 one. It's got some quite funky music. Being a C64 owner, I was always extremely jealous of these type of games. You know, my C64 just simply couldn't do them. Though saying that, was it John Rittman did do Head Over Heels in it? It proved that the C64 could do it. But anyway, back to this one. Yeah, so you can see there it's an Alien 8 Night Lore Batman style 3D isometric. I'm not quite sure how we got up here. It's got the same sort of controls. Well, I think it's the same controls. You basically left and right rotates you, and then you press forward to move in that direction. Oh, it's not letting me out. Try again. No, he just keeps pushing me backwards. It's slightly fiddly, but I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, which is probably not the best type of controller. What on earth is that? Right, one slightly annoying thing you'll see there, when I hit the wall, I've got to sort of move, and you've got to be quite precise. The Ultimate games, they had a bit of sort of, they compensated for that. So if you weren't quite aligned with the door, pressing in the direction of the door, it would just kind of move you a wee bit to the side and let you through. But that's just a little minor technical thing. I'm just trying to figure out who that's supposed to be. I'm assuming it's, well, you're playing Doctor Who. I've got to say, I'm not a Doctor Who fan. Are these spiders? Can I pick these up? Don't know. But anyway, listen, that's a nice little game. It's a bit sparse, but you know, graphically wise, it looks really nice. So that is Doctor Who and whatever it was called, I can't remember. Let's crack on. Right, next one is called the Harbinger, the Void. Now you can see there at the bottom left, this uses a thing called the MK2 engine, which is basically, it's a really clever bit of programming that allows the ZX Spectrum to display more colours than it theoretically should. It just means that games are a lot more colourful. Now I've got to say, I could not, I'm running this under an emulator, I could not for the life of me get the joystick to work in this. I tried Kempston, I tried Cursor, I tried, is it Fuller? And then there's another two as well. I could not get it to work at all, so I've had to use a thing called Joy 2 key. Basically you can assign any key to a joystick movement, so at least I can play it, though I seem to be jumping all over the place. And being a C64 man back in the day, I don't do keyboard games at all. Let's have another wee crack at this. Now this game actually comes in 3 tap files. Now I presume, come on, we're going to start again. I presume when you get to the end of the first one, you'll then move on. See, it says there side A. I presume you get to the end of this one, you'll then move on to side B and side C. But it's been supplied with 3 separate tap files, so you can basically jump straight into the next one. But yeah, this is really nice, quite dinky little graphics. I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of power-ups, whatever. I'm not 100% sure. Like I say, the control wise, it was a wee bit all over the place. I just couldn't get the joystick to work at all. But I've seen the, I mean, I don't know if this is actually a commercial release, but I've seen, like, you get the cassette box and instructions, and it looks really nice. You know, so a lot of these games, I mean, they're brand new games, balls. They're really professionally put together. So this is side B. Let's have a look at this one. So it's very much set in the future, almost with robots and what have you. I like the colours, I like the way they've done the colours. I mean, yeah, there is a wee bit of colour clash going on sort of thing, but you know, look at the detail that's actually gone into this. That is super impressive. Like I said, the controls are a wee bit wonky. There's possibly, you know, I'm sure it would probably play better if you were using the keys. But yeah, when you start the game, you press, is it number 3 for joystick? But I just couldn't get it to recognise any joystick at all. I guess I drowned. Right, let's look at part 3. I love that splash screen there. Side C. Yeah, you see there 1, 2, 3 at the bottom right, so you press 3 for joystick, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Ah, right, I've just picked up. I just noticed the number at the bottom has gone to number 10. So there's obviously a lot of things going on in this game that I'm not really picking up. A lot of these the new games, they're put out for free, but in other ones, they you know, you can buy them, or some of them you have to buy them. One game that's been released recently, called Sam's Adventure on the Commodore 64. It's been touted as the greatest Commodore 64 game ever, and I've got to say it does look really nice. I've watched a couple of videos and it does look really nice. But you know what? One thing that I will not buy it, and it's because of the price. For a digital download, they're wanting £20. Now, I'm sorry guys, but I never paid £20 for a Commodore 64 game ever, and I'm not going to start now, especially when I'm paying for a digital download. I mean, it's even more expensive. You can get it on cartridge, on tape, on disc, I think. I won't pay £20, and I know I speak for other people. You know, I think £20 is a ridiculous amount of money for a digital download of a Commodore 64 game, regardless of how much has actually gone into it. But anyway, that was Harbinger, I think it was called. And the last game I'm going to look at, guys, is called Fantasy Zone Escape from the Pyramids. I thought that said it was made in 2018, but you can see there at the bottom 2016. Or is that their web address? I don't know. Yeah, this is kinda based, I'm recognising the graphics. Were they not? Is this kind of a take on the, is it the Fantasy Zone game by Sega? So it's kind of part shoot 'em up, part sort of platform. Controls really well though. They've even shamefully copied the star icon from from Nintendo. I know Nintendo don't own the star shape, but that star down the bottom looks exactly like a Mario 64 star. So I'm assuming I'm looking for some sort of key to get through the door that I saw earlier on. I don't think this game's got any fancy colour thing going on at all. I like the little attention to detail when the wee thing's flying and then it goes to touch down, its little legs extend downwards. That's quite nice. It's funny, you still got a lot of people who never had a Spectrum. In fact, there was a guy, I think he came from the States, and he commented how he thought the Spectrum's absolutely shite, and because of the graphics. And you know what, I used to think the very same. I put my hand up, I used to think the very same back in the 80s. You know, I had my Commodore 64, which was a real computer. There's a key there. and my mate had the Spectrum, and I just dismissed it as a toy. It just looked rubbish. But you know what, having owned the Spectrum now for quite a number of years, it's such a bloody fantastic little computer. Yeah, the graphics may not always look as nice with the colour clash, but it's just got a right, it's a sort of an eccentric little quirky computer with all its little you know, sort of lackey sound and that kind of stuff, and the colour clash. That's all that goes to make a Spectrum game what it is. It's a lovely little machine to play. So if you've never played a Spectrum and you think it's rubbish, then please don't dismiss it as rubbish, because believe you me, if you actually get a chance to play it, you'll realise, whoops, don't touch these angry purple little spidery type things. Yeah, you'll realise that the Spectrum is not rubbish. It's actually got some amazing games, and many occasions the game's arcade conversions on the Spectrum were head and shoulders above any other version, especially the Commodore 64, and as much as it pains me to say that, that was the case. We just have to look at stuff like Bomb Jack, Chase HQ. You know, Spectrum versions were absolutely brilliant. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So yeah, it's kind of part puzzle, part platformer, part can you shoot 'em up. But I like this. I like this a lot. It's not too taxing. It's actually quite calming to play it actually. So anyway guys, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy the channel and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. As usual guys, I'll catch you again.